Hey, it's Sean from the driver's perspective. Power upgrades are finished on the Toyota 86. So what's next? It's time to turn my attention to the suspension. It's probably the one place I get to make the most meaningful changes to the car for building it in STX class. Where do I start? I like starting with a good set of coilovers or a good set of shocks on any build as my basis and work my way up from there. You might be wondering, what did I pick? I'm really happy to announce that this year I'm going to be working with Whiteline Suspension, and they're going to be sponsoring the Toyota 86 build. Whiteline Suspension needs no introduction. They've been in the business for years making high quality suspension components like sway bars and bushings. For Whiteline Suspension, coilovers are not a new thing, but they haven't done them in a lot of years. So I'm really excited to see that they've jumped back into the coilover market with a higher end offering with their MaxG line. So this is going to be the start of a video series that talks about suspension and suspension setup. My goal is hopefully to empower you to understand suspension setup a little bit better and make better choices when you do make changes to your car. So not only does it handle better, it rides better, and you actually know what's going on and how to make those changes so you can have the car handle how you want, because ultimately that's what's most important when you set up your suspension. So let's get into the box a little bit and talk about the coilovers that we're putting on the 86. The first thing I noticed when I unboxed the MaxG coilovers, I like that they give you hardware and tools to adjust the ride height. This pin spanner makes it really quick to adjust the ride height with this style of collar once the shock is in the car. Let's talk about the front strut. This is a really beefy inverted monotube with the MaxG coilover, so not a lot of weight to be saved here, but this means that this is going to be able to take years of abuse pounding curbs and hitting potholes on the street. Another thing about these struts, they include two sets of stainless steel inserts for the upper strut bolts. One that's not offset and centered like this pre-installed, and the second one being an offset stainless steel insert. This lets you add negative camber without the need for camber plates. How much do these add? I don't know. I'll find out and let you guys know. Will I use these? Probably. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get enough negative camber even with the camber plates. An STX car wants quite a bit. A lot of the competition cars are running over -3 degrees, so I won't know until I get to the alignment shop once the car is set up. For those that don't know, because it's an inverted monotube, your shock adjustment is also at the bottom. So you can reach this by just turning the wheel to the side in grid. You have to get out and reach down there, but the clicks are really nice and positive on these shocks. Some cheaper shocks really leave you guessing whether or not you hit a detent or not. And as a note, these only have 12 clicks for adjustment. That might not seem like a lot, but when they're meaningful clicks, it means a lot more than 32, where you need to click 16 times before you even notice that anything's changed. So the number of clicks do not always mean more. The rear shocks, just like the front, 12 clicks of adjustment, super lightweight aluminum, so there might be some weight saved here. Nice short bump stop. That's something you don't see on the inverted monotube. And it includes a Delrin adapter for the stock top hat. Both of these are designed for stock top hats. You can install them with them, so that makes it nice. You don't have to have a loud spherical bearing that might add some noise, vibration, or harshness. Nothing out of the ordinary here for the rear shock. Really interested to get these in and see how it rides. I bet you it's going to ride better than the factory shocks even. This weekend, I plan on getting these installed in the 86, making some quick adjustments, and that way I'll be ready for the autocross that's coming up. Until then, I'm Sean with a driver's perspective.